So mother, this is the situation. Like, the other night, I was still up at around 2 a.m. And then a friend of mine chatted me up and told me her problem.
Okay.
Like, she was like, Jar, it's like this. I've been with this guy for 6 years already.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, like, wow, sana all 6 years.
Okay.
But the thing is, gusto na niyang kumalas. Okay, she's not happy daw anymore. And I tried to like ask for some details why she's not happy anymore. And then like sa ang conclusion sa istorya is she's asking me if she should really, just walk out or just walk away.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think?
6 years is a really, really long time, and I think that I'm actually having mixed feelings about this. Okay, dili jud malikayan nga makaingon. Right, like 6 years is a long time and sayang like that. But on the other hand, if love is no longer being served on the table, then you should be strong enough to stand up and walk away.
So did you tell her that or not yet? That's what you're thinking.
That's
that you're
the
going to tell
thing,
her.
because I don't want to make the decision for her. So I'm giving her, this is option A, this is option B.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know exactly what will be the consequences in the future. So what do you think?
Okay, if I were in your place, I think I would first tell her this now. Like, she has to analyze first the situation. What's making her unhappy? Like, unsa man, has he not been texting her anymore, or no more calling, or
No
wala-
more killing factor?
or kana bang wala na dagway siya gi-visit, or the conversations are not that interesting anymore. So she has to know first what's making her unhappy. Kana sa, because there are times man good nga when a person is too close to you, like you told me na it's been 6 years, so siguro they've become so familiar now with each other. And when you're so familiar with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, ano na, kana pang feeling nimo mura ra brother nimo or sister nimo siya.
Is that such a bad thing though?
No, but most people would seek always the romance thing, no? Kana bang like feeling murag you're swept off your feet, or you kilig always, ana ba? So baka mao lang ni ang nawala sa relationship. So she has to analyze first, dili dire-diretso nga bulag. Ana. But if she finds out after all the analysis na it's not worth keeping it, then okay, she has the right to decide.
Wait,
Now,
before you continue,
okay.
let's focus first on the first part of like, doing the analysis.
Okay.
So let's say na she feels like it's the killing factor that's gone, and it seems that the guy is no longer doing his part of keeping her, because that's the tendency of guys. When you are already in a relationship with a girl, you don't court her like the way you did in the past to keep her.
In the first few.
So like there is a chance of redemption, or like should she tell her boyfriend, this is how I feel, I think that you don't appreciate me anymore, like that?
She has to tell him. Kaya base, naalang siya mga issues within himself. Wait, what kabalo? Maybe his family has a problem.
Or maybe stressed at work.
Yeah, and he is very tired na physically, mentally. So he doesn't have time na to text her, to call her, But it doesn't mean that he doesn't love her.
Okay.
Kung anak man ng mga laki, no? They don't talk so much about how they feel. Unlike us, magsigig kuan, magsigig lambing, magsigig I love you, magsigig I miss you. Bisan bago pa lang kang nag-text, di-text na pod, ingon na pod nga, asa na ka? Where are you? Ano ba? So,
Is that being demanding?
no, you're just being honest.
Okay.
Demanding is a different thing. She's just being honest with her feelings sa boyfriend. It's unfair if mudiretso siya bulag and then the boyfriend doesn't even know,
Okay.
diba? She has to tell him, this is how I feel. So what are we going to do about this?
Okay.
Now, if the guy is willing to work things out, then that means, ano lang siya, distracted lang siya with other things. But if makita sa girl, sa imo friend, nga, he's not interested in working out on anything, then it's a very big sign that game over na. Yeah.
But I think also that there are two ways to look at that part. If there's something wrong with her or something wrong with the partner. I mean, like, what if her partner is okay lang pala, but then it's her who feels like I don't want this relationship anymore.
Naamagay ka na bang tawag nila nga, the person daw in front of you is a mirror to you. So, iyahang mura mag-transfer niya ang iyang feeling sa guy. Nga, kunyari, feeling niya or perception niya, the guy is not interested with her. But the real thing is, it's her who has changed. Siya na.
Siya na di
na
ayang
siya.
na-fall out of the...
Yeah. Siya talaga ang really gusto. And then, ano lang niya, maybe she feels guilty nga siya ang maingon nga, I don't want you anymore. So, yan transfer dito sa guy. Ano?
So it takes a lot of self-reflection.
Yes, a lot of thinking. Pero I'd like to comment on what you said. Katubang sayang. Okay, sayang. Love is not a business.
It is though. I mean, like, you invest.
Yes, but sa business, when you invest, you're thinking of ROI, return on investment. In relationships, you don't do that. I don't know with other people. Pero ako, when I invest, ga-invest rin jud ko. I'm not thinking of he has to invest to or what am I getting back in this investment. And it's not like that. So kanang 6 years or 10 years or 15 years, you could never say it's sayang because kato siya na 6 years, a lot of things have happened and I'm sure a lot of moments you have been happy, diba? So, okay na to siya. Kaya nag sayang because what if it's not ano na dyan, really na gid siya angay i-continue, then mas sayang. And not just ang relationship ang sayang. Sayang ka as a person, sayang ang other party because you are restricting him
From finding his happiness.
Yes.
And yours, of
yeah,
course.
of course. So, muna siya. So, I mean, sa ako lang, it's not really sayang.
And I think also po if like you both allow it to go further na ana na din yung feelings. I think it's scary because you might reach a point where you end up hating each other instead of, just having an amicable breakup unta.
Yeah, just because you're thinking nga, sayang. Oh, so, di lang po because he might be hurt, dili na lang. I'll just keep this to myself. The more na destructive ka sa imong kagalingon, and it's destroying him also because he doesn't know nga ikaw di ay diha panaday ka, and then
Basig buy-buyon pa kaniya nga, why didn't you tell me sooner?
yeah, but that's a valid boy. That's a valid because why didn't you tell me nga dili na day kalayan ako, then I should have searched for somebody else
Or done something to save the relationship.
Yes.
Kaya in the first place, honest communication is key in a relationship.
yes.
So, bahala
Yeah,
siya.
so is that what you're going to tell him? Her?
Bahala siya. She's gonna see this anyway.
Yeah. So, therefore, we're talking of, I think, being honest. Being honest with oneself and communication. You have to express your feelings.
But before we end, because I read a quote on Facebook, or like more like a thought. And she said that I used to think that communication, honest communication, was key in a relationship, or any, like, not just romantic,
Yeah.
but any relationship for that
in any
matter.
field.
Mm-mm. But then she said, I realized na it's not just communication, but it's comprehension. Because even if, no matter how hard you try
To express.
but then if that person doesn't understand where you're coming from or why you're feeling this way, wala, it's not effective.
Yeah. And it has to be one way ang communication. Kaya kasi kung communicate, kung kay response nga makuha. So, wala gihapon. Asa mo gawas ang comprehension nga wala man siya nag-respond. So, actually Fox were in one of our favorite coffee shops. Dili lang yung masulting asa because we're going to advertise. Yeah, but our coffee is being served. Thank you. So, there. So, sayang kay dili makita ang teddy bear sa taas. So, what else are you going to
Okay, like after, let's say, she has figured it out for herself, and then she's gonna communicate all of these things to her partner, and then I think from there, the ball is on her partner's court na.
Yeah, because she has told him about it. But it shouldn't stay there sa court sa boyfriend. The ball has to be passed on to her also. Ana-ana ba? Basketball jud. Kay they have to work it out. Both of them. Really get ready. Bitaw cliche, it takes two.
Two to tango,
Yes.
my favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
But if like she realizes na even if the boyfriend wants to work it out but she doesn't anymore, so I think let's try to like jump a bit. So you end a 6-year relationship.
Yeah, just
How do you move on from that relationship? Can we talk about this?
yeah, but how we don't know her. We don't know how she's going to do about it. No. But if I was the one, or are you asking me if I was the one?
Yeah.
Well, it might be painful, but there are a lot of ways of moving on. Frankly, I cannot relate when people say it's so hard to move on. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things to do so that one can move on. Bisan dili lang sa relationships. Like, if you
Failures
lost,
in life.
yeah, if you lost a job, ano ba, you have to move on. So, the first thing I think is you just have to decide I have to move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a conscious choice.
Yeah. Yeah, deliberate siya. You have to decide nga, there's nothing that you can do about that, whatever happened, break up ba, or you lost a job, or somebody died, ana. You just have to decide na it's time to move on. And then, everything else will follow na. Kung mag-unsa ka. But the first thing is really to decide. Kaya bisan pag magsikag plano nga, ay tomorrow mag-swimming ko para malingaw ko, and then the next day coffee house hopping ko. But then wala tong decision, wala tong deliberate and conscious decision to move on. Dili na mo work.
Okay. Sa ako ang na-observe, there are like 2 schools of
I
thought.
had my coffee.
Okay, go have your coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
2 schools of thought when it comes to moving on. Like, on the other hand, some people say that the best way to move on is to focus on yourself. Yeah. On the other hand, some people say that immediately having a replacement is an effective way of forgetting the previous person.
Well, those are just schools of thought. Yeah, but I don't believe in both. What was the first one?
Focusing on yourself.
Yeah. The more that you focus on yourself, the more that you cannot move on.
Why?
Because you're going to keep on thinking about what happened. And then you're going to be crying.
But I think it's okay to have a little bit of soul searching.
Yes, soul searching. But that happened already. Katong nag-analyze pa siya.
Sa bagay.
Oh, do you have to extend your soul searching for 2 years, 3 years? Di ko na, why? Oh, and then the second school of thought
Is finding a replacement.
That's a very
rebound. That's the term. Rebound.
I mean, personally, that's a very bad advice. No, you have to give time to yourself and to everything else in the universe around you to either heal or to just relax. Chill lang ba? Ano bumangita dayon? Marubag, it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
What if wala siya nangita? Like, naaray ni abot nga...
Oh, well. But if she's emotionally ready, okay na.
Okay. Sige.
Don't tell me, ready ka dayon.
Talking about emotionally ready, because they say that there is this rule, the 3-month rule.
Why are you so familiar with all the rules of the world?
It's a movie thing.
Okay. What movie man na?
John Lloyd and Bea. John Lloyd was
sorry.
like...
For the fans of John Lloyd and Bea. Okay.
John Lloyd was like... I think it was a second chance na ito nga.
Sige, anyway. So, what's the three?
She was like, Basha, hindi pa 3 months. Could have just given me 3 months before nakahanap ka ng bagong boyfriend. Ganon.
So?
Like, it's actually a common thing for those people who kanang nag-break up naman lang let's give it 3 months before
Really?
Yeah, you have not heard of the 3-month rule?
No.
Sila nga, give it at least 3 months before you date somebody else.
I haven't heard of that rule. And if ever there really exists, I mean that rule really exists, to hell with that rule. I would never follow. It's either I'm not going to follow that, like I would take more time, or
Less
than ano nang mag-ano?
Well, I mean, looking at it from a selfish perspective, I think 3 months is an okay time to, to heal and to...
Okay, sige. So that's the rule, 3 months.
Yeah, but of course, not everybody follows it.
Sige, what's the second one?
No, wala siya second. Like, it's just...
Okay. So, what are you asking?
That's the conclusion of it. Now, you don't believe in the 3-month rule. You don't think it's effective.
No.
You don't think it works.
No, actually, I don't believe in so many rules in the world. Pero, we have to abide by some rules.
Because I think they're put in place for a reason, Uncle.
Siguro. I don't know. I mean, I'm not judging.
Look at your face.
I'm not judging that rule. I'm just saying I don't believe in it, and I'm not going to follow it, even if somebody's going to kill me. I'm not going to follow that.
Anarchist.
Okay. So, ikaw
Okay.
dahil. Magkwanda ka na 3-month rule.
I don't know. I think it would be fair to not follow the 3-month rule if your relationship ended with your partner cheating. Like, murabag, nakapangita gani ka o kanang kapuli dayon, then why can't I?
But the partner will say, dili man to siya kapuli. Fling raman to.
I hate that line. God, I've heard it so many times.
So,
But it's still kapuli. Uy, kay, kang nangita og lain if I'm enough for you. Gusto ka na kontento na ako.
No comments. No comments. Ano din, nun sa di ako face.
Ay, funny lang. Okay.
So, kanang, yeah. Anyway, if other people believe in that, okay, we need to respect that. Siguro, na siguro. Siguro, I'm saying siguro. Kung kabalo, kung sa ikuan na.
Again, disclaimer, my mom and I are not like experts. We
Yes.
haven't studied psychology or relationships or whatever. This is like opinions or insights out of experience.
Yes,
And a lot of brooding.
So, there. Guys. So, our next problem.
Problem.
I'm not going to call it topic. But
Okay.
it's about self-esteem.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a friend. It's about my friend.
Mhm.
And sa next episode, I'm going to read her text.
Okay.
But it has something to do with being so nervous ba in front of people. And then she is always thinking of what people say about her. So
Okay.
anyway, muna siya.
Alright. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. But we're not going to mention names, of course.
Of course.
These people are either friends mo or acquaintances or mga kanang colleagues sa work. And nag-confide sila. And we have kept their text messages. So we're not going to mention their names.
But I think like fairly these are like
Very common.
experiences
Yeah.
that are common.
Very common.
So makarelate ang ato ang
concerns,
viewers.
yes, with a lot of people. So we hope that what we're talking about today is gonna resonate and will at least help you on something.
Just think about what we're saying. Ano. We're not giving you like a fast hard rule as to how to do your life. These are just thoughts. So,
Yeah, you can just think about those things and okay. So what's
So-
your line enders?
please like and subscribe.
By the way, yes, we have told them already in our intro the new.
Yes.
Yeah, again, for those who haven't seen our intro, the title of this conversations is
Adulting
with Chara and
Mommy Jam. Ang
So
dami
that's
ng
the
bayan.
that's the new title because we have done away with our previous title that's Quarantine Chikahan, right? Yeah,
yes.
because although we still have COVID with us, but
We don't have COVID. I mean, the world has COVID.
I mean, the world still has COVID, but medyo nag-ease na ang restrictions na so we just thought na it's no longer relevant to have that title. So okay, so
Thanks guys for listening. I hope you had fun as much as we did.
yes, watch us and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.